Denver made a deal with the Jets to get young Matt Robinson around which to build a new offense.
Yes, and they're going with a completely new offense. Matt was guilty of holding the ball a little too long last week against Philadelphia. Here he's going back in one of his 18 completions to Rick Upchurch. He did complete 18. Upchurch caught 6 for the day, but Matt missed some wide open people, and he got sacked 5 times. I asked Matt before the game about his disappointing performance.
Well, I have to say, team-wise, we played well. We did a lot of good things. We just didn't put it together, and personally, I was upset. I think it's probably the worst game I've ever played football-wise. I did not hit a lot of open people, and I think that was the big key. And I think it's something that you start out bad and you press a little bit and trying to make things happen, and it just gets worse instead of better. But I don't expect it to happen again.
You can believe one thing, Lindsey. Both of these men feel much better today, and talking with them downstairs, they're comfortable and ready for the season.
And we're just about ready for the kickoff now. Temperature is 76 degrees. The wind from the southeast at 10 miles per hour. Rafael Septien has teed the ball up at the 35-yard line. And the Denver Broncos have Harden center deep to receive it, standing along the goal line. Septien puts the ball in the air. Harden retreats to the end zone across the end line. Touchback, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Here is the offensive line for Denver now. Their home opener, and there you see the receivers. Riley Odom's the tight end. And Matt Robinson, the starting quarterback. He'll have Dave Preston and Jim Jensen, but keep in mind, they use rotating backs, and they'll be running them in and out of there all afternoon long. Tom Landry, the only coach the Dallas Cowboys have ever had. Matt Robinson waits for the snap. First play from scrimmage for the afternoon. And it is a big nothing.
Guess who?
And Too Tall Jones was right in there.
Well, he said it didn't take him any time, and he is back, isn't he? There's your defensive line. Jones, Cole, White, and Martin.
Jim Jensen, Dave Preston are the setbacks. Matt Robinson waits for the snap, motion back to the inside. Preston, and he's across the 20 to the 21-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 9 yards to go now with the ball out to the 21-yard line.
One thing Denver didn't want to do today, and that is to throw against the Dallas nickel, and in the first series they come up against the Dallas nickel.
They get Rick Upchurch in there, and he's coming to a wide left. Haven Moses and a wide right. 2 veteran long receivers. Running backs are well split for Matt Robinson. Drops back. Pumps it, and Haven Moses has it at the 45, 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Denver Broncos at the 46. Haven Moses.
Boy, that was a different pass. As you can see, Matt Robinson said he'd never play another game that poorly. He is right on the money with this one. Good, strong throw that time. Hits Moses right in stride.
Haven Moses had only 1 reception throughout the entire preseason and none last week. 1st and 10 now. Denver Broncos at their own 46-yard line. Red Miller, the head coach of the Bronx. Motion back to the inside by Haven Moses. Jensen stretches it up to the 46-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys. Jim Jensen, a 230-pound running back.
Well, Charlie Waters is getting up slowly. They can ill afford to lose him out of that secondary. I don't know if they have enough numbers to get enough positions filled back there. If Waters goes down, he is the leader. They call him the Charlie's Angels.
2nd down and 2 yards to go at the 46. Haven Moses to the left side. Again, Jensen carrying. He got across to the 44-yard line looking for the 1st down. Now they'll take a long look. He may have picked it up. He did. 1st and 10. Steve Wilson on the tackle. Steve Wilson playing the left corner for the Dallas Cowboys. First and 10 now for the Broncos, and they have the ball at the Dallas 44-yard line. Game having just begun here at Mile High Stadium before their 73rd consecutive sellout crowd. 75,103 is capacity here. Preston inside the 40-yard line, make it the 39. Picked up about 5 on the play to make it 2nd and 5. Charlie Waters up to make the tackle.
The offensive line of Denver really coming off the football. They moved that Dallas front four back that time, allowing him to make a substantial gain.
Otis Armstrong is coming to that backfield now. He has averaged 4 yards per carry so far this season. Push into the inside, all the way across, Haven Moses. Otis Armstrong, penalty marker down. Armstrong dives for the first round sticks, but there's a linesman's flag. So that'll have to be checked out. Jerry Markbright is the referee, and that's Jerry offside against the Cowboys.
Against the Cowboys, we have another injury to a Cowboy player, too. Mike Hegman is down. It's like he got nicked up a little bit. Guy Brown coming in for him. Have a final score, Lindsay. Buffalo 20, the New York Jets 10.
That's Jerry Markbright you see there getting straightened out on the penalty before enforcing it. Markbright's the referee. Ed Fiffick is the umpire. The head linesman is Dale Hamer. The line judge is Gene Carabin.
Offside, number 58, defense, declined, first down.
So Armstrong got the first down. They declined the penalty, take the play. 1st and 10 now, and it's at the 33-yard line.
You know, one quick thing. We mentioned in the opening that they gave up 5 sacks last week. We'll get back to it, but it's kind of an interesting thing developing.
Injury timeout. Mike Hegman injured and out of the ball game, and Guy Brown has replaced him at the left outside linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys. 1st and 10. Denver at the Dallas 33-yard line. Matt Robinson. Haven Moses. Short of the 20-yard line at the 21. Steve Wilson made the stop on the left corner.
Good smart call, too, to get Steve Wilson's attention early in the game with a little short throw, and that they did, and pick up enough for a first down.
As we've mentioned before, Denver will be shuttling backs in and out of there all afternoon, so we won't try to pick them up each time. Dave Preston has just come back in. Otis Armstrong has come out. Haven Moses goes to a wide right. He's number 25. Ron Egloff, tight end left. Robinson. Incomplete at the 10-yard line.
They threw it in a crowd, too, and they 5 blue shirts around that football.
Dennis Thurman was there defensively. Egloff, 85, the man for whom it was intended. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
I was talking about the 5 sacks. They said that Matt Robinson was guilty of holding the ball 60% of the time too long in his passes last week. Red Miller said, my line must be doing a good job then, and they are so far in this first drive.
Red Steinfort, the field goal man, has kicked 1 or 2 into the net along the sideline. 10th play coming up. Time elapsed, 5:15 so far. Denver in possession. Took the ball on the opening kickoff. It says Dave Preston. Got it to the 16-yard line. Picked up about 5. Steve Wilson coming off the corner.
Charlie Waters couldn't quite wrap him up that time. He had him full loss, but he broke the tackle.
Big 3rd down play coming here now. 3rd and 5 on the 16. Rick Upchurch is coming there to wide receiver left. They are doubling Moses and Upchurch to the left side on 3rd and 5. Matt Robinson. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jim Jensen. But there's a penalty marker. There is a marker. Holding is indicated, I believe. Jerry Markwright, the referee. Holding against the Dallas Cowboys.
Got him grabbing the back, coming out of the backfield that time. Linebacker latched onto him.
Let's hear Markwright.
Holding number 59, defense, automatic first down.
Guy Brown, who just came in there in place of Mike Hegman. Automatic first. First and 10 now for Denver at the Dallas 11-yard line. They send Haven Moses to a wide right. They've got Preston and Jensen as the setbacks. Preston. Dives to the 10. He got only one. Second down and 9 yards to go. Aaron Mitchell coming up in the right corner to make the tackle. Second-year man from Nevada, Las Vegas.
You see the defense moving laterally across the field. Good pursuit angles that time. Shut the play down for no gain.
Second down, 9 yards to go, Denver. At the Dallas 10-yard line. No score first quarter. Mile High Stadium in Denver. Jensen. Well, he just cut back and managed to drive outside the 5-yard line.
Good piece of running that time. Also by Dave Preston, a good block by him, allowing Jensen to cut back into the hole.
Thurman, Wilson converging there. Ball is spotted outside the 5-yard line. Third down, a little more than 4, a little outside the 5-yard line. Steinfort. It's nervous time for the field goal man along the sideline. Preston on the left side, Jensen on the right side for Matt Robinson. Stopped just short of the goal line. Jensen just short of the goal line. So it'll be fourth down and inches to go.
And decision time for Red Miller. Look at it. A little outlet pass here. Jensen, big and strong, fights his way to the goal line. They rule he's down before he gets in. They're measuring for it.
But he got the first down. He made the first down without getting the touchdown. They got the first down without getting the touchdown, so make it first and goal. Just outside the goal line.
Boy, this has been an impressive drive. The first one in the game for Matt Robinson and the Denver offense. You see, he's down before he gets in, but he has enough for the first down.
Jensen right and Preston left. Matt Robinson, quarterback. Touchdown! Touchdown for the Denver Broncos. Matt Robinson took it in.
Take a look at it. Says, let me take it in myself. Or that offensive line, give them the credit because they moved that Dallas front off the ball into the end zone.
Brad Steinfort will attempt the conversion now with Matt Robinson holding and points after he is 3 for 3. They drove 80 yards, took the ball on their own 20. It is up, and it's good. So the conversion is good by Fred Steinfort, and as they come back up the field, the Denver Broncos are leading by a score of 7-0 on a warm, sunny day in Denver, Colorado. Tom Landry along the sidelines. This telecast is presented by authority of the National Football League. It is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of the telecast without the express written consent of the Denver Broncos and the National Football League prohibited. Fielded in the end zone, touchback by Jones. It'll be put in play first and 10 at the 20-yard line. There is the touchdown drive. Look at that time of possession. 8 minutes, 5 seconds.
This will be the first time Danny White has trailed. He never trailed Washington Monday night. puts a little more pressure on the offense.
He was 10 for 18 against Washington, 55.6, no touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Dorsett and Springs in the I formation. Only Dorsett. Dorsett out to the 24-yard line.
Lindsay, we have another final. If people don't think Philadelphia's for real, they beat Minnesota for the first time today, 42-7.
For those of you who have been watching the Atlanta game, welcome to the Dallas-Denver game, and a score has just been posted here as Denver took the opening kickoff and drove 80 yards, scored and kicked the point. Matt Robinson went in from the 1 and it's 7-0. Cowboys have the ball for the first time today. They have it 2nd and 6. They have it on their own 24-yard line. That's Dorsett switching into the tailback in the I formation. Lots of pressure out into the left flat. Dorsett. Penalty markers thrown at the 35. Bill Thompson up on the tackle for Denver. Bill Thompson in his 132nd consecutive game.
We might have a face mask.
That's it. Face mask against the Denver Broncos.
Where Danny White was fortunate to get that ball off and find somebody to throw to. Denver blitzed.
Grabbing the face mask, number 36, defense, a 5-yard penalty, first
Bill
down.
Thompson.
Take a look at this. This is a screen pass. Jackson, the linebacker coming on the blitz, ran free. But nobody's with Mr. Dorsett. You don't like to find him out in the clear. Boy, he makes a good run with the ball afterwards. Let's see.
That's Ron Springs. Ron Springs gets across the 44 and goes out of bounds there. Randy Gradishar, veteran linebacker in there. There's Haven Moses taking a little breather. The ball is short of the 45-yard line. Make it 2nd down and 6 there. There you see the offensive line of the Dallas Cowboys. And their receivers, Billy Joe Dupree, the tight end. And there's the backs. 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Dorsett into the left set, now back to the tailback. Dorsett on the draw, goes to the 49-yard line. Where it's going to be 3rd down, about a yard to go. Barney Chavis and Randy Gradishar in on the tackle. There's the defense. They're in a 3. And there are the 4, the linebackers. And the defense. Louis Wright, one of the best.
What's Reuben Carter call this defense a nose tackle? He says, this is a sacrifice defense. I have to sacrifice myself.
So sometimes it's like being on I-25 at 5 p.m. Well, Dorsett was piled up. Dorsett was piled up. He didn't get it. It'll be 4th down coming up.
Try to go off tackle. Good penetration by the defensive line. You see a lot of white shirts getting in there. Sometimes it's an advantage to have a big back to run in there. Dorsett, only 190 pounds. Hard to move those people out.
4th down and a yard to go. Danny White's back to do the punting. 5-year veteran from Arizona State, and Rick Upchurch is deep to return it for the Denver Broncos. He's one of the best back there. Lets it hit at the 7-yard line. Upchurch to the 10. 15, 20, 25, 30. Rick Upchurch to the 32-yard line. And a good deal of that was on the ability of Mr. Rick Upchurch.
Well, it is. He goes away from his blocking, but the man that does a good job here is Dexter Clinksdale. Stays at home, and you see him right here making the play.
Greg Morton, at the moment the forgotten man of the Denver Broncos, his 16th year in the National Football League. Quarterback who's had so many great days over so many years for the Bronx.
He's not a bad man to have coming off the bench for you.
1st and 10 for Denver. They have the ball at their own 32. Just give it to Dave Preston. And he drives to the 36-yard line.
Then another final score, New England, Atlanta. Atlanta beat New England 37-21.
Oh, boy.
Boy, Bartkowski threw 3 touchdown passes in that game, 2 to the rookie tight end, Junior Miller.
Right here, we have 3 minutes, 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter, and the Denver Broncos are leading by a score of 7-0. They've got Haven Moses wide to the left side for quarterback Matt Robinson. Jensen carries, and he powers to the 38-yard line for 2 to make it about 3rd and 4. Last time these two teams played was 1978 Super Bowl 12, and Dallas beat Denver in that one 27-10. A Red Miller coached Denver team has never beaten Dallas. Preston is carried 5 for 16. Jensen 5 for 22. And a slot left. Matt Robinson. Completes it. It is across the 50-yard line. Riley Odoms, the tight end. Bronco fans are jubilant. Dennis Thurman made the stop. Riley Odoms, a 9-year veteran from Houston.
A different Matt Robinson going back, getting good protection, spotting his receivers. Last week he would have missed that man. Not this week. Finds Riley Odoms and sticks him with it. First down.
Red Miller brought Rod Dowhauer over from Stanford, where he was head coach, and made him his offensive coordinator to restructure the offense of the Denver Broncos this year with Matt Robinson. Robinson. And it's off to Preston, and Preston gets it down to the 32-yard line. Charlie Waters finally brought him down. Dave Preston.
Take a look at this play. Nobody open when he wanted to throw the ball. Watch him as he goes back through the pocket, avoiding tackles. He just kind of shoves it out to Preston, and Preston goes straight toward the goal line.
Make it a 1st and 10 now for the Broncos at the 32, and Red Miller has had things going his way so far in the ballgame. 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining to be played in the first quarter. Denver is leading by a score of 7-0. Rick Upchurch comes to the left side. Haven Moses to the right side. Split the running backs. Preston to the left. Jensen to the right. Riley Odoms tight end in motion across. Matt Robinson retreats. Overthrows Haven Moses.
That's only his second miss. He's 5 out of 7 now. 72 yards. That offensive line doing an excellent job in protecting.
Otis Armstrong is coming back into that huddle now as you get a panoramic view of Mile High Stadium here in Denver, once called Bear Stadium. Clock says 45 seconds remain. It will start on the snap. About the 28-yard line.
Lindsay, Denver does not have an impressive record against the NFC. They're 16-18-1, where Dallas, on the other hand, has the best NFC record. They're 22-8 versus AFC teams.
Incidentally, linebacker Mike Hegman for the Cowboys is back in the ballgame and made the last tackle. The ball is spotted on the 29, 3rd and 7. Denver has had 9 first downs. Dallas has had 1. Of course, Denver's had the ball. The clock is running with 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Maybe they're going to let it run off, and I think they are. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bingo.
That's it, bingo. So at Mile High Stadium in Denver, that is the end of the first quarter. And the Denver Broncos are leading the Dallas Cowboys by a score of 7-0. This is Lindsey Nelson with Sonny Jurgensen at Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado, where we're starting the second quarter of play with Denver leading by a score of 7-0, and the Broncos have the ball. 3rd and 7, they have it at the Dallas 29-yard line. Denver has had the ball for 21 plays. Dallas has had it for 5. Denver has had the ball 11 minutes, 55 seconds. Dallas has had it 3 minutes, 5 seconds. Matt Robinson, the quarterback. incomplete to Haven Moses.
Good throw, though. Good throw. He was covered. He kept it out in front of him. Just overthrow. Well covered that time. Dennis Thurman, Steve Wilson.
Dennis Thurman from Southern Cal, Steve Wilson from Howard. Fourth down play coming up, 4th and 7 at the 29.
Stanford coming in. He's 2 for 2 for the year. 44 and a 43-yarder last week.
Matt Robinson holds for him. They will set it up here as a 46-yard attempt. 46-yard attempt. It is good. The field goal is good by Freddie Stanford. And as they come back up the field now, the Denver Broncos have taken a lead of 10-0 over the Dallas Cowboys, having scored here early in the second quarter. Maybe that's a small Bronco, but there's nothing small about the effort of the Broncos so far. They have a 10-point lead, and Freddie Stanford's kicking off. James Jones is center deep. Jones takes it deep and will not run it out. Touchback, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A little more pressure on Danny White.
And a little fisticuffs upfield. Now the penalty marker is thrown. Tempers flared up about the 15-yard line. So there is a marker to be checked out here.
A little frustration on the kickoff more than anything else.
A little confusion on the field. Jerry Markwright.
Two dead ball fouls. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 67, kicking team. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 57. Penalties offset, 1st down on the 20-yard line.
That's a good way to settle it. Incidentally, the back judge here today is Tom Kelleher. The side judge is Willie Spencer, and the field judge is Bill Stanley.
I'm still trying to find a number 67 on Denver's team. I think he meant number 65. Glenn Hyde.
1st and 10 now. Tony Hills in a wide left. This is Dorsett. Dorsett spinning, and he gets nothing. They're going to give him forward progress, which is across the 20-yard line. Steve Foley made the tackle.
No place to run against that Bronco defense. You see they coming out. People have Foley had good position and a lot of help from a lot of other white shirts. Danny White's got to generate a little offense now. There's that Buffalo. They're 2-0 now over the Jets. The Jets can't get untracked.
2nd and 9 at the 21. Dorsett has carried 4 times for 9 yards. He and Ron Springs are the setbacks. That's Springs, number 20, tightening up. And in motion. And Danny White retreats. And it's incomplete and almost intercepted. Louis Wright, one of the finest cornerbacks in the league, almost gathered it in, intended for Billy Joe Dupree.
Ball was overthrown and Wright came off of his man. He was covering Drew Pearson. He sloughs off, comes back, and picks up Billy Joe Dupree. Almost made the interception. You see the ball go over. Ooh, like to have that one back too.
So it is 3rd down and 9 yards to go. Denver's leading 10-0. Dallas in possession. Springs in the left side. Dorsett in the right side. Shotgun formation. Danny White is deep. White has the snap. Ball is shaken wave. Barney Chavis was in there, and the ball is taken into the end zone. However, it's going to be brought back there.
It's going to be Denver's ball on the 5-yard line.
Beg your pardon, it was Greg Boyd. Greg Boyd, number 77, Greg Boyd. Greg Boyd, number 77.
He makes the sack. The ball comes up. Barney Chavis comes up with it.
Gets the ball. It's going to be 1st down and goal to go at the 5-yard line. the sack. Chavis on the recovery. 1st and 10 for the Broncos at the Cowboys 5. Preston got a yard, a tough yard to the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Tom Landry along the sideline. Dallas coach for 21 years, the only one they've ever had. They had some rough years in the early going.
Well, Boyd really got in there that time against Danny White. He should. He's 6'6", 280 pounds.
Studdard's playing a tight end now. Preston getting about a foot against the Dallas defense.
Another Dallas player going off. Bruce Huther, it's like he got a knee or cramp or something. He's going off.
3rd and goal inside the 4.
Tough place for a rookie to be coming in here. Anthony Dickerson from SMU coming in at linebacker.
Still got Studdard at a tight end. Bootleg. Robinson bootleg, hits for the corner, touchdown! And he threw the ball. Matt Robinson threw the ball at a Dallas Cowboy, Aaron Mitchell. Aaron Mitchell it was.
Mitchell came by in frustration. He threw an elbow, but he did not hit him. Take a look at it, the bootleg. He was looking to throw the ball, almost trapped for a loss. Waters in his face. Finds some clear running room. Watch Mitchell right here, kind of throw an elbow. He doesn't make contact. And Robinson then turns and throws the ball at him.
Offense, it will be enforced on the kickoff.
So the penalty, the touchdown is good. We'll have the conversion, and then the penalty will be enforced on the ensuing kickoff.
Mr. Robinson scored 2 touchdowns here in the first half.
Meanwhile, Denver has taken a 16-0 lead with a conversion attempt coming. Steinfort is the conversion man. Matt Robinson holds for him. Steinfort hurts. It's good. And now, the Denver Broncos here in the 2nd quarter at Mile High Stadium in Denver have taken a 17-0 lead. Look again.
When you take a look at it, you see right there, he breaks one tackle. Waters goes up expecting him to throw. He finds daylight to the end zone, and you see the elbow right there. But watch this. He comes right back and throws the ball.
So there will be a penalty enforced before the kickoff. A 15-yard penalty has been assessed for unsportsmanlike conduct against the Denver Broncos. There's Robinson along the sideline, so that the Bronx kick off from the 20-yard line. Steinfort puts it up. James Jones at the 10-yard line. He is at the 15, at the 20, 25, 30, 35-yard line. He dived across it. It was Ryan on the tackle. So it'll be now 1st and 10.
You'll forgive me for this, but don't you think that Denver is riding a Rocky Mountain high right now?
Well, they are riding the Rocky Mountain high, and since you've said that, I'm going to say it's only a matter of time till somebody says that James Jones will run that ball from here to eternity. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. Springs and Dorsett for Danny White. Pumps once. That's Dorsett. Finally goes out of bounds on the far side.
Boy, Danny had Springs open in the flat that time. He didn't want to go to him. He kind of pumped the ball to him. He came back and actually found Dorsett running across the middle. You saw that score, Seattle, Kansas City. Here's you taking a look at it. It's just a check down by Dorsett. You see him pump right there, coming back, a little safety valve pass. Springs going to come back to a block on Latimer. Slips a little bit, enough for a first down.
Tony Hill to the right side, Drew Pearson to the left side. Out of the I formation, Dorsett. Penalty marker is thrown. Got it across the 45-yard line.
They're going to call a penalty on Drew Pearson.
Holding against the Cowboys.
Randy Gradishaw, number 53, had 10 tackles, solo tackles, and 4 assists last week against Philadelphia.
The Bears leading New Orleans 15-3 in the fourth quarter. Jerry Markbright, the referee.
Holding, number 88, offense, first down.
Drew Pearson. The ball back on the 46-yard line.
There's a fourth quarter score. Baltimore trailing Pittsburgh 20-17.
First and 15 here. Denver's been penalized twice for 20. Springs is carrying. He got it most a half yard. Don Latimer made the tackle. Dallas has been penalized twice for 15 today. Shirt sleeve crowd here at Mile High Stadium in Denver.
Almost a miss on that handoff there. Springs and White. Not a good exchange between the two of them.
Second and 14 at the 47-yard line. Drew Pearson to the right side. Tony Hill to the left side. Danny White on a draw play to Springs, and Ron Springs gets it down to the 47.
Washington trailing the Giants 7-6 in the second quarter. Denver doing something a little different. They're giving Dallas a different look today. That instead of the 34 defense, which they are famous for, they're going to the 4-man down lineman coming in with Latimer.
At the 47. Maurice Harvey is in defensively now for Denver. And this is a timeout, Dallas Cowboys.
They did not have time to get the ball off. They were down to 6 seconds on the 30-second clock.
And so we have now 10 minutes, 33 seconds left to play in the first half. And Denver is leading 17-0.
Chicago leading New Orleans now 22-3. They got their offense untracked a little bit this week.
Third and 7 at the 47 for the Cowboys. Danny White is 2 for 3 in the air, 25 yards. Matt Robinson 5 for 8, 72 yards. Brilliant motion back to the inside. Shotgun, Danny White. Incomplete. Ron Springs.
He had 3 people open, Lindsay. He had Pearson open deep, Springs open, and Billy Joe was open.
So it brings up a fourth down.
Thompson going deep.
Thompson has gone deep to receive it. Jackson in tandem upfield. Danny White does the punting. Angles it to the sideline. But it bounds over and goes out of bounds at the 3-yard line. So White's punt placed out of bounds at the 3, a 44-yard punt with no return. And when play is resumed, Denver will have it, but they will have it at their own 3-yard line, 1st and 10. There's a quarterback comparison with 10 minutes, 17 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. Red Miller, who in 3 years as head coach has taken Denver to the playoffs 3 times. His team has the ball 1st and 10 at the 3-yard line.
Dallas would like to force him into a mistake backed up here.
Preston and Jensen are the setbacks. And Matt Robinson. Jensen just across the 5-yard line.
Jensen, the resident artist on the Denver Bronco team. He feels he can catch a ball coming out of the backfield. He says if an artist doesn't have good hands, who does?
I remember a football player named Tex Coulter who was a pretty good artist. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Ball out there at the 5-yard line. Jensen's the lone setback. Danny White to Haven Moses. Can't hang on. Aaron Mitchell covering out there. And make it 3rd and 8 at the 5-yard line.
He had him a little high that time. You saw it in comparisons of the stats that he had the better of the 2 quarterbacks, but he's also had the ball a little longer. Moses coming in.
Otis Armstrong has come in there.
They're making a number of changes.
Moorhead is in as well as a wide receiver. Quick pitch, Otis Armstrong. Got it out there to about the 13.
Washington 13, Giants 7. Joe Theismann ran 37 yards for their 2nd touchdown of that game.
They're going to bring out the chain and measure for the possible 1st down here.
Detroit won its 2nd game. They beat Green Bay 29-7. That's the final.
Where was Chester Marco? A little short. 4th down, a little short. Here comes the punting unit. Luke Prestridge coming in. He has averaged 39.5 so far.
If Dallas handles this punt successfully, they should have pretty good field position.
James Jones has dropped back right now to his own 45-yard line. Prestridge in his own end zone. Keith Bishop comes in to do the snapping. James Jones at the 43. Well, he never got to the 45.
Glenn Hyde made the tackle.
That wasn't a tackle, that was a collision. So now the Dallas Cowboys will start in their own territory when play is resumed at the 44. Score Detroit 29, Green Bay 7.
Ed Murray, the field goal kicker for Detroit, had 5 field goals in that game.
We'd like to welcome those of you who have been watching that game to this one, where the score here now is Denver 17, Dallas nothing. Denver took the opening kickoff, marched down and scored, then kicked a field goal, and then scored on a Matt Robinson rollout bootleg. So it's 17-0. Dallas with the football. This is Tony Dorsett carrying across the 15. He gets it down to the 45-yard line of the Denver Broncos before Steve Foley comes in to make the tackle. That'll be enough for a 1st down, I think. And it is.
Kind of a roll draw play with Salty back in motion there. Good call, good 1st down call. Dorsett breaks the tackle. Foley finally makes the stop, but not enough. Dallas picks up a 1st down. And they're in Denver territory.
Dallas yardage 25 passing, 36 running, 62 total offense. Dorsett into the deep back position. Dupree in motion across. Danny White with a pitch to Dorsett. He goes out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Randy Gradishaw ran him out.
Good block this time as we take a look at it from ground level by Ron Springs. It allows him right there on Rob Nairn. Allows him to go outside. Gradishaw makes the tackle.
Denver's offense to this point, by the way, is passing 72 yards, rushing 65 yards, a total of 137. Tony Dorsett has carried the ball 7 times for 34 yards. Danny White, the quarterback, 2 for 4, 25. Denver leading 17-0 in the second quarter. 8 minutes, 19 seconds left to play in the second quarter of the game. Long pass. Tony Hill. He's got a touchdown for Tony Hill.
What a great catch. Tremendous catch. Perfectly thrown pass. Perfectly thrown pass. Pretty good coverage that time by Steve Foley. With Dorsett just got set in time. Just lays it out, a go pattern. Watch the adjustment he makes back over his outside shoulder. Just looks it in, gets his feet down. Touchdown, Dallas.
A 36-yard pass play. Danny White to Tony Hill. Puts the Cowboys on the scoreboard. They have a conversion attempt coming now. Charlie Waters signaling he wants one more man on the field, and he's getting him. It is Raphael Septien, of course, to attempt the conversion, with Waters himself holding. Septien boots, and it's good. So the score now is the Denver Broncos 17 and the Dallas Cowboys 7. Raphael Septien coming off the field. Or rather coming back up the field to do the kicking off for the Dallas Cowboys. It's a sellout crowd here today. Seating capacity is 75,103, and this is the 73rd consecutive sellout at Mile High Stadium for the Denver Broncos.
Perfectly executed pass play that time.
Mike Harden has dropped back center deep to receive the kickoff from Raphael Septien. 8 minutes, 13 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. Red Miller, you saw Tom Landry just before that. Septien puts the ball in the air. Harden retreats. In line, makes it a touchback. First and 10 at the 20-yard line. Here's the final score. The Chicago Bears defeated New Orleans by a score of 22-3. We'd like to welcome all of you who've been watching that game to this, the telecast from Mile High Stadium in Denver of the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys. We have 8 minutes, 7 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. Denver is leading by a score of 17-7. Dallas has just scored for the first time on a 36-yard pass play from Danny White to Tony Hill. Denver scored in the first quarter, took the opening kickoff, drove down, scored. Then they had a field goal, and then Matt Robinson scored on a rollout bootleg. That accounts for the scoring in the ball game. Matt Robinson. And it is complete up the middle. All the way up to the 39-yard line. Riley Odoms, a big tight end. Charlie Waters made the tackle.
Boy, he makes a good decision there. A good movement as he goes back in the pocket. Little play-action pass. He moves out to get himself a little better vision of the field and couldn't go long. Finds that big tight end, Riley Odoms, anchored there in the middle, and he drills him with it. 6'4", 230 pounds, ninth year from Houston.
Otis Armstrong is in the backfield, and Dave Preston is out. He is teamed with Jim Jensen. Otis Armstrong, former Purdue running back, gets it out there to the 48-3-yard line. D.D. Lewis, 12-year veteran from Mississippi State, made the tackle. Second down, 6 yards to go at the 43.
There's Otis coming out.
They shuttle those backs in and out.
The Giants have gone back in front, 14-13 now.
Dave Preston's back in that backfield with Jim Jensen for the Denver Broncos. Matt Robinson going along to Heaven Moses. Incomplete. It was made by Charlie Waters, the 10-year veteran from Clemson, and that shook him loose.
Well, what a good play Waters made on that. Good pattern that time by Moses. Good throw. Pass protection's good, steps up. Doesn't lay the ball up much. He drills it in order to get it in there. Had the completion, except Waters stripped him of the football.
Somebody asked Tom Landry about his secondary. He says no one has any idea right now what our secondary can do.
Looks like Matt Robinson's trying to find out.
Isn't he though? Tighten up Odom. And now a delay of game. Delay of game charged against the Denver Broncos.
Well, he saw something he didn't like. He wanted to change the play, and time ran out on him.
Delay of game, number 17, offense, third down.
3rd and 11 now to 38.
There's that Seattle-Kansas City game, 17-16.
Right here, Denver's leading Dallas 17-7 with 6 minutes, 37 seconds left to play in the first half. Jensen moving up. That's Haven Moses moving out. Matt Robinson with the ball. Incomplete. Intended for Rick Upchurch.
Boy, Thurman had an interception. He's very disappointed.
That'll bring the punting unit on now for the Broncos as Luke Prestridge comes in to do the kicking. James Jones will drop back deep to field it for the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas beat Redskins Monday night 17-3. It was the 16th consecutive opening game triumph for the Dallas Cowboys. Prestridge puts it up. James Jones over near the sideline. At the 9-yard line. Doesn't get far. Out just past the 12. Call it the 13-yard line. 53-yard punt, return 4 yards. The NFL on CBS next week. Minnesota versus Chicago. The Cardinals and Detroit. 49ers and the New York Jets. Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. Tampa Bay and these Dallas Cowboys. Washington and Oakland. Next week, the NFL on CBS. 1st and 10. Cowboys have the ball on the 13th. Reuben Carter was there.
And Mr. Boyd is coming in defensively along with Larry Evans. Stratishaw and Rizzo come out from that defensive set. Trying to get a little more pressure.
2nd and 8 at the 15. Springs moves over. And back. Anyway. Diving catch. Drew Pearson. About the 18-yard line. A pickup of about 3 on the completed pass to Pearson.
That's a good pass, but that particular time the ball pulled Pearson back. He didn't get as much yards out of the pass as he wanted to.
It's a sports family. Drew Pearson is married to the daughter of Marcus Haynes, the old Harlem Globetrotter star. 3rd down play coming up now. 3rd and 5 from the 18th. Anyway. Going long to Ron Springs. He cannot hold on at the 48-yard line. Bernard Jackson was covering.
He should have had it. He feels so too. A little disappointed that he didn't make that reception. Good throw by White.
You don't have to bring the punter on for Dallas because he's always already on. He's the quarterback. Danny White. Rick Upchurch has dropped back deep to receive it for Denver. Church at the 35. That's all. So the Broncos start deep in their own territory. And again, tempers are flaring and fists are flying. Penalty marker goes up into the air.
That's the second time we've had that on a kick.
You can tell the rookies, if there are any, they'll take their helmets off.
Good play that time by Roland Solomon, getting down, making that tackle. See Watson coming back, decking Danny White. They got a penalty there.
Yeah.
He says, am I not entitled to block for my return man?
Jerry Markbright has written a couple of books on officiating, and he may have to recite one to explain all of this.
Well, we know where the first penalty was, back on Watson hitting White. Steve Watson taking a shot.
We've got first aid stations all around the stadium. I think that's an official as well.
You're going to have to give the officials more protection if this continues.
Could be Tom Kelleher. Here's Jerry Markbright.
We've got a personal foul, unnecessary roughness on number 81, back at that flag on Denver.
That's Watson.
We have offsetting personal fouls on both teams after the ball.
Well, there's Solomon making the hit on Upchurch. See what happens here. Everybody's okay so far except Upchurch comes up, gives a shot to Solomon. Linebackers get into it. Mitchell coming in. Randy White. And the fiasco's on.
And the official got into the midst of this. Jerry Markbright, I don't think, is through explaining yet.
Chapter 2 of his book, huh?
That's it. Willie Spencer, I've told, is the official who is getting assistance.
The penalty is enforced from the spot where possession was changed because that foul occurred while the kick was in the air. It's a post-possession foul.
There you go.
There you go. That was the original foul.
The ball is back there at the 18-yard line. First and 10. Denver's ball. 4 minutes, 46 seconds left to play in the half. Denver's leading 17-7. Preston out to the 21-yard line.
Pittsburgh won their second game 20-17 over the Baltimore Colts.
Second and 7 at the 21-yard line. And Otis Armstrong is coming back into the ball game now for the Denver Broncos. Red Miller. Fred Morton. Armstrong, the lone setback. He's got the ball. But only to the 21.
Tackle made by Harvey Martin.
Harvey Martin in on the stop.
Good play again by Charlie Waters that time, Lindsey, forcing the play back to the inside, to the pursuit.
It was spotted up near the 25 to make it 3rd down and 3. Preston in the setbacks now. Matt Robinson. And Moses incomplete. Thurman was there.
Steve Wilson made the play on Haven Moses. A lot of people here at Mile High Stadium didn't like it. They thought there's possibility of contact, a turn-in pattern. Ball delivered, take a look. Like a pretty good play by Wilson, knocking the ball loose.
So now the punting unit is on. James Jones is back to receive the punt from Luke Prestridge. 3 minutes, 26 seconds left in the first half. Denver leading 17-7. Prestridge booms it out. James Jones is at the 25-yard line. 30. Into the line. 51-yard punt, return 6 yards. So the ball is taken to the 31 and spotted there where it's first down and 10 yards to go.
A man down making the play on the tackle is fullback Jurgensen.
Dallas Cowboys now see what they can do about moving the football. 3 minutes, 14 seconds left in the half. Drew Pearson's in a wide right. Tony Hill's in a wide left. Tony Hill, incomplete, down the sideline.
Fortunate that was out of bounds. He overthrew him because he had no one open. Tony Hill was double covered that time by Bill Thompson and Steve Foley.
Second down and 10 yards to go for the Dallas Cowboys. Danny White is 4 for 8 in the air. Springs right, Dorsett left. Saldi in motion across. Dribbled it, and it was picked up and carried on the way by Thompson. Thompson picked it up and got it into the end zone for the touchdown. Bill Thompson picked up Dorsett's fumble and took it in for the touchdown. Bill Thompson in his 132nd consecutive game. Look again.
Watch the exchange here. Dorsett never gets the football. He tries to pick it up. Picks it up on the dead run. That's called a Sunday school hop. Thompson picks it up all the way to the end zone. Or did he? Oh.
I made it the 33-yard line where he picked it up. We have a conversion attempt coming now.
I thought he got out of bounds over here. It's like he's out of bounds before he gets into the end zone.
The official didn't see it that way.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Conversion attempt coming. Steinfort kicking. Matt Robinson holding. Down. It's left. It's no good. Hold it. Penalty marker. Penalty marker. Delay of game, I think, is what it is. Didn't get it off in time. Delay of game. Score is 23-7 at the moment, with the conversion attempt still coming.
Delay of game, number 19, offense.
Delay of game cost them a penalty. Now they try the conversion. Steinfort. So now, it is Denver 24 and Dallas 7 with 2 minutes, 56 seconds left to play in the first half. The official statistician said that was a 32-yard return of the fumble, 32-yard run back by Bill Thompson. And there is the score.
I know it's history. I'd certainly like to see with Mr. Thompson that hit by Danny White. I thought I saw a knee down, out of bounds.
is now the all-time record holder for the National Football League for returning 4 fumbles for a touchdown.
Ball is being teed up on the 35-yard line. Bill Thompson, we are told, has returned 4 fumbles for touchdowns in his career. He knows which way to run.
I understand that's an NFL record.
James Jones. At the 1-yard line, return to the 5 to the 10, Jones to the 15, Jones to the 20, Jones to the 25, and he gets out near the 30-yard line, at which point the Dallas Cowboys will start with 2:45 on the clock. Keep in mind the 2-minute warning that comes up at 2. Spotted at the 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense has been responsible for 2 of Denver's touchdowns today. The White fumble back when he was sacked by Boyd, and Dorsett's fumble then that Thompson gets into the end zone with.
They'll move a man in motion from that set, and here he comes, Luke Pearson. Danny White. Dorsett in the right flat. Across the 35 and upended at the 36-yard line. And a 7 makes it 2nd and 3. Randy Gradishar was there. Danny White, 5-year veteran from Arizona State, for so long the backup for Roger Staubach, who retired at the close of last year and is now, among other things, a football analyst for CBS.
This is where Roger was at his best in the 2-minute drill.
Danny White completes this one to Solly. Jay Solly. It'll be marked at the 42-yard line. Joe Rizzo on the tackle. They get a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Clock says 2:17 and it's running. James Jones is coming to the backfield now for Dallas, number 23. Danny White. Tony Hill. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Tremendous excuse me, Lindsay. Tremendous concentration by Hill that time, catching the ball in a crowd.
And now the 2-minute warning has arrived. When play is resumed, it'll be 1st down and 10 yards to go. Dallas Cowboys will have the ball at the Denver 40-yard line. We'll have 1 minute 57 seconds left to play in the half. Denver 24, Dallas 7. We have now 1 minute 57 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. This is Lindsey Nelson with Sonny Jurgensen at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Denver's leading Dallas 24-7. There you see the comparison of quarterbacks. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys at the Denver 40-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Danny White. I think his arm was hit just as he turned it loose. Looked to be. 2nd and 10 at the 40 on the incompletion.
Looked like he didn't get behind the ball as much as he'd wanted to then, because he did have a man coming open, coming across.
Tom Landry was a B-17 pilot in World War II, came back to the University of Texas. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line. Shotgun again. Danny White repeats to take the direct snap. Danny White completes it to Dorsett. Just at the 30-yard line. Now, did he get the 1st down? They'll spot it. Look it over. 3rd down and very, very short. Then Danny White. Complete. Jay Solly. First and 10 at the 15-yard line. Bill Thompson made the stop. 36.
And Dallas is asking for a timeout.
It'll come with 1 minute, 22 seconds left to play in the first half.
Danny White has been impressive in this 2-minute drill. I think he's missed the one pass. That was the one where his arm was hit.
Jim Myers with the headset there, the phone, the assistant head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Coached for Red Sanders at UCLA and at Vanderbilt, was himself head coach at Iowa State and Texas A&M. Denver has 3 timeouts left. Dallas has 1 timeout left.
While we have this timeout, Lindsey, Washington has scored again in the second quarter. They now lead 20-14 over the Giants with just 21 seconds left in the half.
Ed Miller's board of strategy there, talking to Randy Gradishar, who calls the defensive signals. White forward passing has gone 9 for 14, 120 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 sack. Tom Landry talking to Danny White, his quarterback. Cowboys want another one before they go into that locker room for the halftime intermission. And the Denver Broncos, of course, want to go in there 24/7.
Well, this would do a lot for them psychologically going in to get this touchdown in this drive.
And we're about set to go. Tony Hill goes to a wide right. Drew Pearson to a wide left. They're out of the shotgun. Danny White waits for the direct snap, and he gets it. Springs incomplete. Ron Springs running the post. Second and 10 at the 15.
Boy, Gradishar made a good play getting back in there, getting his hand up in front of Springs. I don't know if he got a hand on it. He may have tipped the ball.
1 minute, 18 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. Denver 24, Dallas 7. Dallas has had 2 penalties for 15 yards. Denver's had 4 penalties for 30 yards. Drew Pearson to the right side. Tony Hill to the left side. Still in the shotgun for Danny White. He's got it. Now they try to reverse with Dorsett. Got down there to about the 12-yard line. Gradishar again was there, along with Nair.
Third down.
And 7 at the 12. Shotgun. Incomplete. And almost intercepted. In and out of the arms of Dorsett. In and out of the arms of Louis Wright, number 20.
Well, that is the second pass. Louis Wright has had an opportunity to pick off after the ball had been tipped. You see Dorsett, boy, does he ever take a hit there. See right there juggling the ball. Dallas is bringing on Septian.
Charlie Waters holds. He is in to do the holding for Raphael Septian. This will be a 30-yard attempt. On the hash mark right. 49 seconds left to play in the half. Is good. 30-yard field goal is good. 3 more points on the board and makes it 24-10. Clock says 45 seconds remaining to be played in the half.
We've had a lot of different things happening here in this first half. The sack and a fumble that leads to 1. Another fumble that gives another touchdown by Thompson. Everything going on. Scraps on every kick.
It's been sort of a frantic day here at Mile High Stadium before this sellout crowd. Septian will kick it off from the 35-yard line. Harden has retreated. Mike Harden.
What do you think Denver's going to do? You think they're going to go to that hurry-up offense? They have three timeouts left.
Septi and boots it, and Harden lets it go across the inline. Touchback, first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
3 timeouts, 45 seconds left.
Starting from their own 20-yard line with a first and 10.
We'll probably get a good indication from this first down call.
Moses going to a wide left. Giving it off now to Preston. Just leave it on the ground out to the 22-yard line.
It was pretty obvious from lineup what they wanted to do. They have 2 tight ends in there. Egloff and Odoms.
Second on 8 yards to go at the 22. Clock is running, and it is counted down now to 20 seconds remaining in the half.
I'm sure Red Miller says, look, it's 24-10. Let's don't make any mistakes here. Give him any more points before halftime. I'm satisfied with the first half, and he should be.
They're just letting it run down. Down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is the end of the first half. So the Denver Broncos elected not to come out of the huddle, just to let the time run out. They're perfectly happy to go into the locker room at halftime leading the Dallas Cowboys, whom they have never beaten in regular season or postseason competition, by a score of 24-10. It's been a spectacular football game with all sorts of untoward things happening on the field. But the Denver Broncos indicated their readiness when they took the opening kickoff and drove steadily down the field and scored against the Dallas defense. Then they came back later. Dallas is not used to being scored on. Then they came back, got a field goal, and then on a bootleg rollout. They scored again before the Dallas Cowboys ever got on the scoreboard. At halftime, Denver is leading by a score of 24-10, and Sonny Jurgensen, before the start of the ball game, I asked you to give us an assessment of the play of the quarterbacks. Tell me now, what's your assessment now of the play of Matt Robinson in the first half?
Obviously, he said he wasn't going to play another bad football game as badly as he played against Philadelphia, and he certainly didn't. He came out with a hot hand in the first half. He was picking out the right receivers and going to them, and he was impressive. He threw the ball. I'm sure he worked all week on throwing the ball on time, and he hit a lot of receivers just as they broke open, and he is testing that Dallas secondary.
Now, in the first quarter, of course, the Cowboys didn't really get a chance to get their offense going because Denver played the possession game, and they had the ball most of the time.
That's right. Danny White did not have the ball. I thought he was impressive late in the second quarter when he had a chance in the 2-minute drill, and he took them down the field. He had a couple of balls dropped in that drill, and that was unfortunate for him, but I think they're going to both come out winging it in the second half.
24-10 halftime here in Denver. Now let's go to New York and Brent Musburger.
Welcome back to New York. I'm Brent Musburger with Irv Cross. Let's go to the scoreboard right away and get you up to date. A lot of finals in, of course. Here's 42-7. Big day for Wilbur Montgomery. 20 carries, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 a 72-yarder. Atlanta over highly touted New England of the AFC. 37-21. Junior Miller, 8 catches, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns in that game. What's wrong with the Jets? 2010. Buffalo Jets now 0-2. Ferguson 11-19, 141 yards. Billy Sims does it again. 3 touchdowns against the Rams. Paramore against Green Bay, carries the ball 20 times for 134 yards, 2 more catches for 94 yards. That's 5 touchdowns in 2 games. Pittsburgh comes from behind to beat Baltimore 2017. Bradshaw goes 25 yards to Jim Smith for the winner in that game. Seattle hangs on against Kansas City, 17-16. KC's Nick Lowry, pickup from Dartmouth, kicked a pair of 50-yard field goals, 157 yards in that game, but Seattle holds on. Chicago downs New Orleans 22-3. Walter Payton, 183 yards, including a 69-yard run for a touchdown. Way to go, Walter. Cincinnati over Miami 7-0 at the half in that game. What's wrong with the Dolphins? St. Louis and San Francisco. Bill Walsh sends everybody out in his pass patterns, and Hofer pulls one down from DeBerg, and they're on the board in the third there. Now Oakland trailing San Diego 10-3. It was Fouts Jefferson that has put the Chargers ahead in the second. And, of course, the game you are watching, Denver over Dallas, and the Cowboys have to be troubled, and I should say they have to be tired because of that long travel back from Washington. And speaking of Washington, 2014, they lead the Giants at the half, and that is an entertaining game. You know, it is generally agreed that professional football is a different game than it was in its earlier era. We hear the players are bigger, faster, better coached, but there have always been giants on the earth in the NFL. Now, in what will be a regular feature of our doubleheader Sundays, Jack Whitaker explores legends of the game. And today, a look at a player who is tougher than crushed rock.
E-A-D-L-E-S, go! Eagle, go! Hey, hey, Tampa Bay, look at the other side. Hey, hey, Tampa Bay. Yes, we're the Houston Royals.
1980, pro football is king, the new national pastime. 20 years ago, when stadiums were not pleasure palaces and the grass was real, the game was played by a breed now as extinct as the dinosaur, the warrior. Such a man was Concrete Charlie, Chuck Bednarik. Bednarik was All-American at the University of Pennsylvania, All-Pro with the Philadelphia Eagles, a member of the Hall of Fame. Number 60 was a 60-minute man who played both ways, center and linebacker, and led his team to the NFL championship in 1960 against the Green Bay Packers. Well, Chuck, we both logged a lot of hours in this great old stadium, haven't we?
Yes, sir.
You in college and the pros. There's a story going around, Chuck, that you and Chuck Noll had a little altercation in your playing days.
Well, Jack, I'd never been knocked out in my life, and on a fourth down punting situation right here in Philadelphia, as I snapped the ball, brought my head up to go downfield, I got hit with the forearm. I'd never been knocked out in my life, and I was woozy, and I finally came to. I saw a yellow flag go by, which meant there was an infraction, and I saw number 63, and I said, and I can't use the Aggies, I said, when this game's over, I'll get you. I'll get you when this game's over, I'll get you. I'll come in the locker room. I said, when this game's over, pal, I said, I'll be right here. Game's over, and I look, and here he come. As he approached me, he said, are you ready, you son of a... By the time he said the other word, wow, it was all over with. We were on television back to Cleveland. I received a lot of nasty letters. Bert Bell was in the stands. I was fined $100, and I was told to apologize 4 weeks later when we were going to Cleveland, which I did.
In the 1960 championship game against the Green Bay Packers, Bednarik, the linebacker, helped bottle up premier Packer backs Paul Hornung and Jim Taylor. On offense, Bednarik, the center, started the wheels in motion for quarterback Norm Van Brocklin and Tommy McDonald.
And the biggest thing I remember, we were ahead 17-13, last play from scrimmage, right there, 9-yard line.
I remember.
Got Taylor, laid on him, looking at this clock right here because I could see from there the seconds ticking, and he was trying to get up, and I got a figure 4 on him, and that southern accent telling me the words I can't use again. And when I saw the clock go 0, I got up and said, you can get up now. This blank game is over.
With the Eagles on the verge of a title after 2 decades of mediocrity, the man who shaped their glorious past is helping to shape their future as well, as an assistant to Dick Vermeil. He is Chuck Bednarik, the last of the Warriors.
And for a couple years, you were a Warrior with him. What was he like in an Eagle defensive huddle?
A real excitable guy, a take-charge type guy. But, you know, he had those steel gray eyes, and you saw the expression on his face in that piece. A real competitor.
Did you ever cross him?
No,
Okay.
never would.
Right. The NFL Today will continue on CBS with highlights after these messages from your local stations. Irv, I know you've got laryngitis, and I hate to do this to you, but take your Philadelphia Eagles against Minnesota. What a day they had.
Great day. Of course, they won the ball game 42-7. It's the first time since 1961 they've won their first 2 games of the season. Here goes Wilbur Montgomery on his left end for a 72-yard run. Brennan's the longest CD run of the year so far in the lead. The Eagles take a 14-0 lead. But Tommy Kramer gets his club back into the hunt with a pass to number 28, Ahmad Rashad, for a 16-yard touchdown, 14-7 Philadelphia. But then in the third quarter, Leroy Harris goes over his right guard for a touchdown. The Eagles take a 21-7 lead. Jaworski goes to the air and hits Scott Fitzke, a wide receiver out of Penn State, who's earned a job on the Eagles squad. And they, again, widen their lead. And late in the game, Jaworski goes his favorite target, Harold Carmichael, who now has caught 114 passes in 114 consecutive games.
Atlanta, Steve Bartkowski pulls out here. Irvin goes to Wallace Francis. Francis, one of the quicker receivers, and he steps on in, and it was 14-7 Falcons. Here's one of Irv's favorite players, tight end by the name of Junior Miller, rookie from Nebraska. Great big target. He can block off the line, too, and Irv says, watch out, could be the Rookie of the Year. Now, watch this play. At the time, it was highly controversial. Grogan goes to Stanley Morgan. From the Atlanta 26, they call a touchdown. Both feet were not in bounds, but as Irv Cross pointed out, he's shoved by the defensive back. Good call by the official down there in the corner. New Orleans, Chicago, Mike Phipps pulls out. Do you realize that a Bear tight end hasn't scored since 1977 before this play right here? And it was Fisher on in against the Saints, 10-3. Russell Erxleben, his troubles continue to mount. Missed that field goal that would have put him back in the game. Archie Manning's reaction. Manning played the second half with a broken nose. Alan Page tackled into the end zone for a safety. Now here it is, Walter Payton, one of the best plays of the day, 69 yards for the touchdown. His longest touchdown run as a Bear. And Chicago is back in business. And the NFL Today continues on CBS in just a minute.
The preceding message was furnished as a public service by the National Football League.
In the second period, San Diego open tie 3 each.
Here at Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado, before a sellout crowd, the score at halftime is Denver 24, Dallas 10. Both teams have come back on the field now preparatory to the beginning of the second half. Tom Landry. Arms folded along the sideline.
Philadelphia 42, Minnesota 7.
His Dallas team is huddling out there near the 45.
I'm sure, Lindsay, he's a little disappointed in the performance of his team coming off of Monday night win over Washington. And the fact that his offense sputtered and gave up 2 touchdowns in that first half. And we're going to see a different Dallas team in the second. Sure, Red Miller's aware that things aren't going to be as easy for him in the second half.
This is the Denver team, the Denver Broncos, and Red Miller along the near sideline here. And here is the scene at Mile High Stadium, where today we have their 73rd consecutive sellout. 75,103 is capacity. The Broncos come on now.
They had a little change here of which direction each team was supposed to go in. Now they've changed into the field.
Freddie Stanford has teed it up, and James Jones has gone deep to receive it for the Dallas Cowboys.
It's a great place to play for kickers and passes. The ball travels nicely in this thin air.
James Jones at the 3-yard line. He's at the 5, at the 10, at the 15. He's at the 20. James Jones is brought down near the 23-yard line. That is where the Dallas Cowboys will start 1st and 10.
I think an important drive, Lindsay, for Dallas this first series on offense. And I'm sure Red Miller's told his team, if we stop them right here and get some points on the board, it's going to be an easier second half for us.
Danny White in the first half was 9 for 16, 120 yards, 1 touchdown. And passing, Tony Dorsett carried 10 passes, 39 yards, he averaged 3.9. They'll send a man in motion out of that formation. It's Drew Pearson to the left side. And it's Ron Springs carrying. No place to turn. He is closed off by Louis Wright. Ron Springs from Ohio State.
Or if you had to write the qualifications for playing cornerback in this league, you could just ask Louis Wright how to play it.
He's been showing people for a long time. It's his 6th year. He's from San Jose State. Second down, 9 yards to go at the 24. Dorsett speeds out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Bernard Jackson ran him out.
Where he played, it didn't look like he was going to get any yards. He ends up making a pretty good run out of it.
6 yards.
Setting up 3rd and about 4 or 5.
Got 6 yards on that sprint. The first half, Ron Springs carried the ball only 3 times. He picked up 12 yards. Third down play coming here. Denver leading 24-10. Dallas in possession. Danny White. Ron Springs goes out of bounds at the 39-yard line, perhaps the 40.
Good safe throw that time, getting Springs isolated on Rob Nairn. You look at this defense, how well they play, and realize that they are playing without a very underrated linebacker in Bob Swenson.
It's 1st and 10, and the ball is at the 40-yard line. Drew Pearson wide right, Tony Hill on a wide left. Dorsett and Springs at the setback. Springs got it to the 48-yard line. 2nd and 2 there. Tom Jackson, 8-year veteran from Louisville, on the tackle.
Springs going off, lost a shoe. Newhouse coming in for him.
Robert Newhouse, the 9-year veteran from the University of Houston, in for his first time today. Newhouse is the up back. Dorsett got the first down with yards to spare at the 48-yard line of Denver. Cowboys are driving steadily.
2 consecutive first downs.
Rizzo and Nairn made the tackle.
See it at ground level here. Gradishaw goes through, shoots a gap, and almost makes the play behind the line of scrimmage. Couldn't get a grip on Dorsett. Dorsett continues to drive and picks up enough for the first down.
Cowboys 1st and 10 now at the 48-yard line of the Denver Broncos. Newhouse stays down. He's in the left set. Dorsett. Trying to get to the 45. Joe Rizzo made the first contact there.
Play designed to go inside that time. Didn't see any daylight, ducked outside, and ran into some white shirts.
Tony Dorsett has carried 13 times for 52 yards so far in the game. Wide receiver splitting out. Ron Springs the lone setback. Springs has got it. Brought down from behind.
Again, almost a bad exchange between Springs and White. 3 or 4 times that has happened today on the exchange, and one of them resulted in a touchdown for Denver in the exchange with Tony Dorsett.
Bryson Manor pulled him down from behind. The ball is spotted at the 45-yard line, where it'll be 3rd down and 7 yards to go. Springs has carried 6 times now for 20 yards.
Big 3rd down play.
Into the shotgun. Danny White. Finley marker at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. There was a marker thrown at the line of scrimmage. Drew Pearson, the intended receiver. Bill Thompson covering defensively. Offsides against Denver.
Still not going to be enough for a first down, but they will get 3rd down over. Danny White just overthrew Pearson that time on a crossing pattern. Had it too high for him.
It'll make it 3rd and 2.
Now, wouldn't you think they're going to run for it? They're coming in with
3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in the game right now. Cosby, Dupree, and Saldi.
Reuben Carter just back in there defensively for Denver. Dorsett and Springs are the setbacks. Springs 1st and 10. Drove inside to 35. Louis right on the tackle.
Boy, some good blocking by the right side of that line. Dupree, Cooper, take a look at this. Right from the end zone, you see the blocking. Rafferty, Cooper, and Dupree. Good blocking and enough for the first down.
First and 10 Dallas at the Denver 35-yard line. Denver is leading 24-10. We have 11 minutes, 18 seconds left in the third quarter. The Dallas Cowboys are driving. Tony Hill to the left side. Drew Pearson to the right side for Danny White. Tony Dorsett. Got to the 33. Picked up 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Joe Rizzo made the tackle. Dorsett from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, played 4 years at the University of Pittsburgh, was All-American all 4 years, played for Johnny Major there.
Good defense, Joe! Way to go, Joe! Way to go, man!
Second down play coming for the Cowboys.
Denver going to their 4th down lineman to get some pass rush, anticipating the pass.
Dorsett is off the field. Danny White. Saldi. Jay Saldi took it. And it is at the 25-yard line. It looks to be just short of the first down. Tom Jackson made the stop. Looks to be about a foot short. Maybe 18 inches.
See Raphael Septien over there practicing his field goals.
Third down and less than a yard to go. Cowboys at the Denver 25. Dorsett and Springs are the setbacks. Dorsett. 1st and 10. Cowboys keep the drive alive at the 23. Radishar made the stop.
Again, the blockers staying on their feet, doing a good job. Good block by Dupree. Springs coming out. Making a block on right as he spins out. Dorsett following the block and picks up another first down. A good time-consuming drive.
Butch Johnson is coming to the ball game now, wide receiver. Dorsett has gone out. In the shotgun. Drew Pearson made motion back to the inside. Snap almost went awry. Danny White going long to Drew Pearson, and it's incomplete. Louis Wright covering.
Well, what a good job Danny White did in getting this snap from the shotgun. It was low and away from him.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line. Pearson coming back to the huddle from having gone deep. Tom Landry, 4th winning his coach in NFL history. 13th play coming up in this drive. Ron Springs just inside the 20-yard line. Tom Jackson there.
Jackson must have been keying Springs that time. Must have had him on coverage because they ran a draw play and he came right over and made the play. You gotta watch, he's the only remaining back. They go back, run the draw play, and Jackson coming right across, didn't get blocked. Saldi couldn't block him. Comes over and makes the play.
3rd and 7. 14th play coming up in the drive. Shotgun. Danny White. Dupree incomplete. 4th and 7 at the 20-yard line. The field goal unit is coming on. Raphael Septien.
Had a mix-up in the pattern then.
So taking the kickoff to open the second half. The Dallas Cowboys drove from their own 23 down to the 20 now, where apparently they're going to go for the field goal with 7 minutes, 58 seconds remaining to be played in the third quarter. Denver leading 24-10.
I don't know what the communication was in that pattern, but it was somewhat off because Dupree and Hill crossed each other about the same distance downfield.
38-yard attempt. Waters holding Seppi in boots. The 38-yarder is good. Raphael
Kick is good.
So now it is Denver 24 and Dallas 13. And the clock says we have 7 minutes 54 seconds remaining to be played in the third quarter here in Denver, Colorado. Raphael Septien kicking off now for the Dallas Cowboys. Mike Harden is center deep. In the end zone, and now downs it. It is a touchback. It'll be put in play first and 10 at the 20-yard line. So the Denver Broncos take over first and 10, and they have it at their own 20.
Here you see a rookie running back, Rick Parrish from Utah State, sitting there, good advantage point to watch the game. I'm sure he'd rather be out on the field.
Now, can the Broncos move the football? Matt Robinson brings them up. Give it inside to Jensen. Got about 3 or 4. Got it second and 6 at the 24-yard line. Ed Too Tall Jones made the tackle.
A little pressure on Dallas defense right now to stop. As you take a look at that scoring drive, you see how long they had the football, 7 minutes and 6 seconds. They'd like to stop them right here and give it back to the offense to get some more points.
Robinson, out to Preston, right flat. 30-yard line, 35, 40-yard line. Dave Preston. And it is in advance to the 41-yard line.
Real good call this time. Quick screen out to Preston. Has some linemen out in front of him. He breaks the tackle of Heckman and goes up the sideline with it. Picks up a first down.
That Paul Howard out in front of him, among others, as you look along the sideline at Danny White now. First and 10, the ball is at the 42-yard line for the Broncos. Haven Moses outside left. Danny White to Haven Moses. Incomplete. At the 47-yard line. Aaron Mitchell covering. Second and 10 at the 42. There is a marker. There is a marker.
Yeah, we're going to get a holding call. Boy, Danny White got some pressure on that pass, and it was a quick rhythm pass. He only takes 3 steps to throw that ball, and Danny White got pressure.
Holding, number 62, offense, first down.
Tom Glassick.
That's who he was blocking, too, Randy White. Classic had an interesting statement. He said, the only stats an offensive lineman make, they're both negative, sacks and penalties.
First and 20 at the 32. Otis Armstrong and Lawrence McCutcheon are in there now. Armstrong and McCutcheon are the running backs. Quick pitch. Armstrong. Otis Armstrong to the 40-yard line. Picked up 8 yards on the play. Steve Wilson made the stop. It'll be second down and 12.
Good piece of running here by Armstrong. A pitch back deep man in the eye, following his blocking. McCutcheon in, throwing a block. He gets right behind McCutcheon, cuts back off of him. Mitchell misses. Steve Wilson coming across, making a tackle.
Otis Armstrong has carried 6 times for 31 yards today. Denver's been penalized 7 times for 60 yards. Dallas 2 for 15 yards. Jensen carrying. He had come back in there for McCutcheon. Bob Brunig, the middle linebacker, made the tackle.
In the third quarter, St. Louis is leading San Francisco 14-7. Cincinnati over Miami. What's wrong with Miami? Cincinnati 14-0. That's also in the third. Oakland and San Diego tied up at 10 apiece.
Right here, Denver 24, Dallas 13. Third down, 7 yards to go. Denver at their own 45-yard line. Matt Robinson. And it's completed to the 35-yard line. Steve Watson inside the 5, near the 3-yard line. Robinson to Steve Watson. Number 81.
They had double the outside receivers. Watson came out. What made this play successful was that Robinson moving in the pocket, going back up through the pocket, finding Watson stationary, hitting him, and does a good piece of running after catching the ball.
52-yard pickup on the pass play. Makes it first down and goal to go at the 3-yard line. Jensen and Armstrong are the setbacks. Throws, and it is incomplete. Riley Odom's got the ball. Now Dave Studdard was there too. Studdard's a tight end in this alignment. So Studdard is an eligible receiver down there. You'll see him again, number 70.
I want to see Studdard going out on this pattern on the bootleg pass again. Nobody to throw to. He throws it up, and it did get out of the end zone. Studdard's got more tape on his hands than Johnson has in their warehouse.
Second down and goal to go at the 3-yard line. Denver is leading 24-13. 3.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Second and goal at the 3. Armstrong to the left side. Jensen in the right side. Armstrong, touchdown! Otis Armstrong took it in from the 3-yard line.
Take a look at it. You see him, Vlasic pulling out, leading the block on Waters, and he just breaks the tackle there, too tall, and gets into the end zone. Good balance, good strong running by Armstrong.
So the Dallas Cowboys drove downfield and got a field goal here in the third quarter, but the Denver Broncos came right back and got a touchdown, and they have a conversion attempt coming. Brady Steinfort is in to attempt it. Matt Robinson holding. Good. And it's scored. The Denver Broncos 31, the Dallas Cowboys 13. Look again.
You take a look. He just breaks the tackle right from ground level.
And the fans are happy at Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Tom Landry wants a word with Ron Springs. Landry, the dean of NFL coaches in his 21st season. Now his quarterback's there. Have the kickoff coming here now. Steinfort puts it up. And it is fielded at the 11-yard line. And returned to the 12-yard line by Eric Hurt. And so they'll start their 1st and 10. Harvey in to make the tackle.
4:21 on the scoring drive. The thing that was impressive is they came back and scored after Dallas did, and they made the big play again, the long pass to Watson. Denver has made all of the big plays today.
They drove 80 yards on 7 plays. So now the Cowboys get it again. 1st and 10. At the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 to 17. Drove it across the 25. Steve Foley in to make the tackle. Ball is spotted squarely on the 25. Second down and 2.
Second down, 2-yard field.
2 minutes, 50 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Mile High Stadium in Denver. Danny White brings them up. There's his guts. Springs and Dorsett. White. Intercepted at the 40-yard line. And being returned by Steve Foley. Steve Foley down the sideline. Danny White blocks him out at the 5-yard line. Foley intercepted, returned to the 5. Well, White blocked him out of bounds.
That's one pass that Danny White would like to have back. He rolls with a bootleg left, but he throws the ball right into coverage. You see two men covering. Foley over there makes the interception, returns it down again. Another big play by the Denver defense.
So now the Denver Broncos are threatening again. First and goal at the 5. Jensen and Preston are the setbacks. About a yard. Second down and goal to go. Tom Landry. Bob Bruni going to make the tackle.
Again, the Dallas offense put the defense in the hole. Well, you see a dejected Danny White right there. He would like to have that one back. He tried to force it.
David Moses far to the right side. Jurgensen took it in for a Denver touchdown from the 4-yard line.
What a hole by that offensive line. Take a look at this. Everybody disappeared. Good block that time. Bryan, Glassick, and Howard. And Jensen could have gone. He could have made it to Aspen. Nobody there.
37-13 is the score. There's a conversion attempt coming. Eddie Steinfort. Matt Robinson holding. Down. And good. It is 38-13. Denver leading the Dallas Cowboys. Look again.
Just a fine block in that time.
So the Denver fans are making all the noise they can. Freddie Steinfort puts the ball in the air. Hurt is waiting for it. He has it at the 2-yard line. Hurt to the 5, to the 10, to the 15. Dives his way up near the 25-yard line. Eric Hurt. Rushing today, Dorsett has carried 15 times for 57 yards. Ron Springs has carried 9 times for 36 yards. The Cowboys get the ball. They get it 1st and 10. And they have it at the 25-yard line.
A couple of scores, Lindsay. St. Louis, San Francisco tied up at 14 apiece in the 4th quarter. In the 3rd quarter, Oakland leading San Diego 17-10.
Danny White still at quarterback. Springs and Dorsett the setbacks. Late in the 3rd quarter for the Dallas Cowboys. Dorsett. At the 28-29-yard line. Steve Foley.
Good team defense that time. Every time Dorsett avoided somebody and made another move to get outside, that Denver Bronco was right where he should be, and Foley ends up making the play.
2nd down and 6 yards to go for the Cowboys at their own 29. Danny White in the air today is 11 for 21, 137 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 1 sack. 54 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Denver leading 38-13. Ron Springs is carrying. No gain. Swarm by the Denver defense.
Well, you said
Rizzo, Don Latimer.
You said it, swarmed.
Numbers to the ball. 3rd and 6 at the 29. Salty's going off. Dupree coming back in. That's the tight end, Red Miller, head coach of the Broncos. Head coach 3 years. He's had him in the playoffs 3 years. Shotgun. Danny White. Dupree incomplete. The tight end, Billy Joe Dupree, incomplete. Bernard Jackson covering. Gun has sounded, ending the 3rd quarter. So that is the end of the 3rd quarter at Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado, and the score is the Denver Broncos 38 and the Dallas Cowboys 13. We're ready to start the 4th quarter here at Mile High Stadium under the blue Denver skies. I'm Lindsey Nelson with Sonny Jurgensen. The score is Denver 38, Dallas 13. 4th and 6, punt formation. Danny White is back to do the punting. Upchurch has got back deep to receive it. Hangs it high. Upchurch at the 31-yard line. Circles back. Penalty marker is thrown on the run back, and he got back to about the 31. 40-yard punt with no return. A marker to be checked out by Jerry Mark Wright, the referee. Clipping on the run back against the Denver Broncos. It's at the 16, 1st and 10.
Well, this Denver team has come back. Let's listen.
Personal foul. Clipping, number 43 on the run back. 1st down. Timeout.
Foley clipping. So they have taken a timeout here with the score 38 to 13. The clock is stopped. Crowd here today is 74,919, 189 no-shows for today's game. 1st and 10 now since the clipping occurred on the run back. It is at the 16-yard line. At Robinson. Giving it off to Lawrence McCutcheon, his first carry of the day.
We neither team has a break next week, Lindsey. Dallas has Tampa Bay. Denver, San Diego.
Again, at 2 yards by McCutcheon makes it 2nd down and 8. Rob Lytle is in there, the running back also with McCutcheon. David Moses is hit wide right. Moses in motion. Rob Lytle. He got it to the 21-yard line. He picked up 3 yards where it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Two little running plays as Robinson waits for Preston to come in with the play.
Delivered by Dave Preston, 3-year man from Bowling Green of Ohio. Denver's leading 38 to 13. Upchurch is in a wide right. Haven Moses in a wide left for Matt Robinson. Penalty marker is thrown as Upchurch made a move.
He made a move before the ball was snapped. He went in motion right from the line of scrimmage, but it was upfield. Everything but the count, they'll have to kick it away. Refuse the penalty.
Number 80, offense, decline, 4th down.
So the punter is in there now. That's Luke Prestridge. James Jones is back deep to field it for the Dallas Cowboys. The clock says 13 minutes, 18 seconds left in this game. Denver leading 38 to 13. takes the snap in punt formation. James Jones at the 32-yard line. 35 to the 39. Cowboys start 1st and 10 at the 39. We'll return to Mile High Stadium after this word from your local station. Dallas Cowboys, Larry Cole, D.D. Lewis. 1st and 10, short of the 40-yard line. Dallas in possession here. Springs moves over for Danny White. White has the ball. And it is completed. Tony Hill just short of the 45-yard line. Joe Rizzo made the tackle.
Tackle made by Rizzo.
Fourth period score. Cincinnati still leading Miami 14-7 now.
Red Miller, as the Cowboys convene their huddle 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line of the Denver Broncos. 12 minutes, 34 seconds left to play in this game. Let's start a man in motion out of that alignment. Drew Pearson. Danny White. Jay Salty, complete inside the 25-yard line. His 4th catch of the day. Bernard Jackson made the tackle.
And he made a good throw that time. He threw the ball on time just as Salty went behind the linebackers in the middle of that zone.
So now it is Dallas 1st and 10 at the 25 as the next play is brought in by Dupree, and Salty goes off. Jim Myers gets caught up in the line there a little bit.
Fourth period score, Washington leading the Giants 20-14.
Danny White. Incomplete. Tom Jackson. Drew Pearson, the intended receiver. 2nd and 10 at the 25.
He got hit just as he was getting ready to release the ball by Tom Jackson. He was coming on the blitz.
Jay Salty brings in the next play as you look along the sideline. Quarterbacks for the Denver Broncos, Morton, Robinson.
Cardinals are taking the lead over San Francisco in the 4th period.
2nd and 10 here. Dorsett, the tailback. Dorsett to the 23-yard line. Got 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 8. Tom Jackson made the stop. In the air, Danny White is 13 for 25, 173 yards. Hill has got 3 for 69. Salty's got 4 for 50. Matt Robinson, Bronco quarterback, came from the Jets.
2 big plays that hurt Danny White. The fumble from the shotgun and the interception, both leading to touchdowns.
Dorsett has carried 17 times for 62 yards. They shifted to the shotgun on 3rd down. Dupree in motion across. Danny White. Incomplete. Pearson at the 5. Make it 4th and 8 at the 23.
Good defense that time. Had him covered.
10 minutes, 49 seconds left. Denver is leading 38-13. Butch Johnson's bringing in the next play. So on 4th down, trailing 38-13, the Cowboys figure they must go. Danny White out of the shotgun. Butch Johnson in the end zone. Incomplete. Incomplete. He was across the end line. Ball goes over at the 23. 1st and 10 to the Denver Broncos. They took their best shot, the long pass to Butch Johnson. We all remember the circus catch he made in the Super Bowl.
He came up with the reception, but he was out of the end zone.
So we have 10 minutes, 42 seconds left to play in this game.
Dave Stoddard, the big left tackle from Texas, a lice on the leg.
First and 10 at the 23. Robinson, 8 for 17, 160 yards in the air. Haven Moses in motion across. Lytle carrying, and he gets to the 26-yard line. And at 3, it'll be second down and 7 yards to go.
Oakland 17, San Diego 10 now.
Preston has carried 12 times for 26 yards. Jensen 8 times for 33 yards. Armstrong 7 times for 34 yards. Tom Landry. Haven Moses in motion. Lawrence McCutcheon out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Bruning, middle linebacker, made the tackle. It'll be third down about a yard.
Look at this, a quick pitch out. Moses blocks Waters. And all of a sudden, McCutcheon's on the outside, and Bruning has to get there in a hurry.
Third and short. Haven Moses comes off the field. Set back to McCutcheon and Lytle, double tight end. Riley Odom, first and 10 for the Denver Broncos. Dennis Thurman upended him. And it's across in Dallas territory. Third catch for Riley Odom today. Taken to the inbounds marker and spotted at the 47-yard line, first and 10.
Having this kind of lead, you can do just about anything you want to on third and short yardage. That time, the play action pass, they found Odom's wide open. He goes up the sideline.
Denver 38, Dallas 13. Haven Moses right. Rick Upchurch left. Preston's back in. Robinson, penalty marker thrown. Ball is deflected by Mike Hegman. Hegman deflected, but there's a holding penalty against the Denver Broncos.
And if Mr. Robinson had had the ball low, they would have declined the penalty because they would have scored on it. Mike Hegman had a sure interception in.
Holding, number 73, offense, first down.
Let's see if we can pick up this holding. You see the interior line. Couldn't quite pick it up, but you saw the ball went high there. Hegman had an interception if it had been accurately thrown.
First and 20. Lytle's carry to the 50-45. Rob Lytle finally brought down at the 32-yard line by Dennis Thurman.
Good blocking, good running. What can you say? Denver executing. Take a look at it. You see the man coming back in motion. Paul Howard pulling out, going through the hole, making a block on Brunig, freeing Lytle for the run. Waters couldn't run him down. Thurman and Brunig finally run him out of bounds.
So the Broncos have it first and 10 at the Cowboys' 32-yard line. We're in the fourth quarter in Denver, Colorado. McCutcheon struggling across the 25. Dennis Thurman, Steve Wilson made the stop.
Take a look from ground level. the Dallas defense on the field a long time. And the Denver offense is having some fun. They're blocking, and the backs are running with it.
Preston comes in. Lytle comes off 2nd and 3 now. Denver at the Dallas 25. 8.5 minutes remaining to be played in the game. Denver leading 38-13. Matt Robinson kept the ball. His first sack of the day. Ed Too Tall Jones was in there. Loss of 7 makes it 3rd and 10.
5:40 left in the fourth quarter. The New York Giants have gone back on top of Washington 21-20.
Third down, 10 yards to go for the Broncos. At the Cowboys' 32-yard line. Lytle is back in. It's McCutcheon and Lytle at the setbacks. Ed Miller believes in shuffling those running backs. Robinson, screen, Lytle on the screen, and he's at the 25. He's at the 20, and he is near the 15-yard line. It is a first down on the screen pass to Rob Lytle. Dickerson and Hurt finally brought him down, spotted outside the 15.
Boy, a well-conceived play, Lindsay. They had everybody, every lineman out in front of him that time. A lot of blocking. Dallas back in the nickel defense. Nobody covering the screen.
First down, 10 yards to go outside the 15-yard line. Here comes Glenn Hyde back into the ball game. Timeout. Timeout for Matt Robinson and the Denver Broncos. So we have 6 minutes, 48 seconds left to play in the game. Denver is leading 38-13, and Denver is threatening once again. First down, 10 yards to go for the Denver Broncos. Robinson is 10 for 19 in the air today, 198 yards. Lytle and McCutcheon are the setbacks. Robinson, and it is incomplete. Diving try, but I think there is a marker somewhere. And again, we have fisticuffs breaking out. Haven Moses was the man for whom the pass was intended. The third down conversions, Denver 7 for 12 and Dallas 4 for 12.
The fisticuffs for Bill Bryan and Randy White. And who got caught?
That is the question.
Oakland, San Diego tied up again, 17-17 in the fourth period.
Here's the explanation now.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 54, defense, first down.
First down.
Randy White is number 54. And that puts the ball down just short of the 7-yard line. It's at first and goal. McCutcheon to the 2-yard line. Lawrence McCutcheon, who had the great years as a running back for the Los Angeles Rams. Second down and goal to go. John Dutton, playing tackle, made the stop. Second down play coming, 6:18 on the clock.
Well, I've been impressed with Denver's offensive line today. They've come off the ball well all day.
Lytle and McCutcheon. Stacked up, just short. Third and goal. Bob Brunig there.
You take a look from ground level right here and watch that interior of the line. Ryan Howard and Glassick doing the work. McCutcheon fighting down to the 1.
Jim Hyde has come in once again. Third down play. They're in the double tight end line with his Haven Moses comes off. McCutcheon and Lytle. Matt Robinson, the quarterback. Quarterback sneak. Robinson. No sign. Apparently did not get in.
Robinson going for his 3rd touchdown, huh?
So it will be 4th down. Inches away from the goal line. 5 minutes, 2 seconds left to play in the game. Robinson signaling over to the sideline. They're going to go for it. Try to get another touchdown, and they're inches away from the goal line. Robinson tried the quarterback sneak. Does he try McCutcheon? Does he try Lytle? Does he try himself? Lytle does not get there. The Dallas defense holds and takes over on downs. Anthony Dickerson got there. Anthony Dickerson on the stop. The ball goes over on downs to the Dallas defense.
You take a look at Dickerson coming over the top here, making the play.
The Dallas sideline. Tom Landry on the phone. His Cowboys have the ball, but they have it on their own 2-yard line with 4 minutes, 33 seconds left to play, and Denver leading 38-13. Jones and Newhouse are the setbacks. Jones now on the tailback. Newhouse. He got it out across the 5-yard line. He spotted just across, I think, and that'll make it 2nd down and 7 yards to go at the 5.
Newhouse, the ball carrier.
Doug Cosby is coming in now to tight end, number 84. Dupree has gone off. Rich Johnson's in a wide right. With the running backs. To Jones carrying. James Jones. Moved out near the 14-yard line. That's enough for a 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Short made the tackle. And all the while the clock is running in Denver, Colorado, and we have 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in this game. Tony Hill comes into the ball game. James Jones has gone off. So they have a lone setback. And that's Newhouse. Hill is split wide to the left side. It's Johnson wide to the right side. Danny White. And it is completed to Jay Saldy. Penalty markers thrown. He got to the 29-yard line. Bernard Jackson and Tom Jackson.
Washington back up in front. Mosley's hit a field goal, 23-21 now in the 4th. Not much time left in that game.
Penalty against the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Markwright marks it off. Line of scrimmage was the 14. The arithmetic straight here now. 1/2 of 14 is 7. That's it.
Offensive pass interference, 87, 1st down.
Jay Saldy, man who caught the pass, pushing off.
He was in between 2 linebackers just trying to get open for the pass.
1st and 17 at the 7. Randy White out to James Jones on the screen left. Cuts across the drain and gets it out there to the 18-yard line. Bob Nairn made the tackle.
Well, one more man, if he could have gotten to his right one more time, he would have broken open.
Second and 6 at the 18-yard line.
As you said earlier, that clock is running.
It's running, and it is ground down now to 2:25, so keep in mind that we are approaching the 2-minute warning, and Denver is leading 38-13. Shotgun. White up the middle screen, and it is taken by Newhouse. Little man guns it out there for a first down. Larry Evans made the stop. And it is at the 36-yard line, and we're about to arrive at the 2-minute warning. As a matter of fact, we have. 2 minutes remaining to be played here at Mile High Stadium in Denver, with Denver leading the Dallas Cowboys by a score of 38-13. There you see the comparative stats of the quarterbacks in today's ball game. As play is resumed, it is second down and 6 yards to go for the Dallas Cowboys. They have the ball at the 36-yard line. I beg your pardon, first and 10 at the 36-yard line. 2 minutes left to play. First and 10 at the 36. Out of the shotgun. White in a right screen to James Jones. And Jones is across the 45 to 50. Down to the 48-yard line. First and 10, Dallas Cowboys at the Denver 48. Bill Thompson up to make the tackle. They're ready to go. Clock is running, 1:40 left to play in the game. Out of the shotgun, Danny White. Tony Hill. He gathered it in at the 23-yard line where it's first and 10. Louis Wright, the defender, and a timeout has been called. Called a quick timeout to stop the clock with 1 minute, 28 seconds left. Denver 38 and Dallas 13. In Denver, the Cowboys have the ball first and 10. They have it at Denver's 23-yard line. We have 1 minute, 28 seconds left to play in the game. The Denver Broncos leading the Cowboys 38-13. Danny White has quarterback the Cowboys all day long. White is 17 for 31, 244 yards. He's at a shotgun. Going long to the end zone to Tony Hill, and touchdown. Tony Hill took it deep in the end zone for the touchdown. A 23-yarder. So the Dallas Cowboys have scored here in the last 2 minutes of the ball game.
They split the zone that time. Get right in the seam of the zone. Good protection. Not a big rush. Everybody playing soft this time. You see him, he just split it, got his feet down right in between the defenders.
It's 38-19 now with the conversion attempt coming. Raphael Septien with Charlie Waters holding will attempt. Septien's kick is good. So it is now the Denver Broncos 38 and the Dallas Cowboys 20 with 1 minute, 22 seconds left to play in the game. Big day for the Denver Broncos here. They came into this game never having beaten Dallas except in preseason play, never having beaten them in regular season or postseason play. And of course, Denver was defeated last week with the Philadelphia Eagles. The Dallas Cowboys came in here on short rest, admittedly, having played on Monday night and defeated the Washington Redskins in Washington. But from the opening whistle, when the Broncos took the opening kickoff and drove down the field, they have dominated the football game here this afternoon.
This is the kind of game that Denver can take and build on. Matt Robinson had to gain a lot of confidence in this game because he's been outstanding all day.
Following football, 60 Minutes will be seen in its entirety except on the West Coast where it'll be seen at its normal time.
I think Dallas, on the other hand, Lindsay, have to go back and regroup. One game, one loss. They have to go back now and go to work.
Denver's protecting against the possible onside kick by Septien. He tries it. Grabbed and held right at the 44-yard line. So it'll be taken over there by Denver. Moorhead grabbed the ball. First and 10. Executive producer is Charles Milton, and our producer, Mr. David Fox. Chris Erskine is our director, Tony Vitano, and all of these people who have made this telecast possible here this afternoon. Just a handoff. Knappel was the quarterback. Just handed it off to McCutcheon.
McCutcheon getting a little playing time here in the fourth quarter. Has been impressive running the ball.
Second down and 3 at the 37, and the clock says we have 58 seconds remaining to be played in the game. And the Cowboys take a timeout to stop the clock. Jeff Knappel comes over. He is out of North Colorado, 6'2", a 200-pounder. Wants to talk it over with the brain trust of the Denver Broncos.
I think Dallas found out today, Lindsey, that you can't win making mistakes. And they made enough mistakes offensively today to last them the entire season. Where Denver, on the other hand, they didn't make any costly errors today. They protected the ball well. They took advantage. They were opportunistic all day long, taking advantage of the Cowboy mistakes, putting points on the board.
Now Knappel comes back onto the field, the quarterback. The Denver Broncos out of 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line of the Dallas Cowboys. Denver's leading 38-20. Lytle's the tailback. McCutcheon's the up back. Lytle to the 38-yard line. Bob Brunig made the stop for Dallas.
Larry Bethea coming over.
Third down, about 3 yards to go. And Dallas another timeout. 36 seconds on the clock now. Dallas Cowboys, of course, came into this season knowing they were going to have a lot of adjusting to do with the retirement of Roger Staubach, because Roger Staubach had been the heart and soul of the offense of the Dallas Cowboys for so many years, and anytime that happens, it does take a major adjustment, regardless of who is the man who follows a legend into a position like that. It takes a little while to get it all straightened out.
I'm not sure they've developed or found the personality that this team will have under Danny White yet. They're still searching for it.
Third down play coming now. Apple. Incomplete to McCutcheon. That'll make it a 4th down.
Well, they wanted to let him throw the ball. He threw it a little hard that time and a little high. I didn't think McCutcheon was quite ready for it.
Following football, 60 Minutes will be seen in its entirety, except on the West Coast, where it'll be seen at its normal time. Our clock here shows 32 seconds remaining. Tom Landry surveys the scene. Of himself, Landry says, I am a product of the Depression and World War II. There are lots of them. This is going to be a 55-yard field goal attempt. A 55-yard field goal attempt. Hits the crossbar and bounds over, and it's good. Fred Steinfort. Fred Steinfort with a 55-yarder that hit the crossbar and bounded over. 26 seconds left to play.
And that's the kind of day it's been for the Denver Broncos.
And for the Dallas Cowboys. That's the kind of thing you just let somebody do late in the ball game like this. Look at it again.
Watch it hit the crossbar. He hit it dead straight at it, didn't he? Bump.
Squarely in the middle.
Right in the middle.
That makes it 41-20. Denver leading. Broncos will kick off. Freddie Steinfort, a 5-year veteran from Boston College. You explained to him the ball carries well in the stadium, right?
The ball does carry well. That's an example right there. It's fun to play here.
line for it, sails it, knuckleball downfield. Jones gonna let it go, and now if he downs, it's touchback. It's touchback anyway, not across the sideline. Touchback, first and 10 at the 20-yard line. Clock says 26 seconds. It will not start again until the ball is snapped.
We have a final. Washington beat the New York Giants 23-21. The 45-yard field goal by Mark Mosley right at the 2-minute mark.
Right here, the Denver Broncos are leading the Dallas Cowboys 41-20. Dallas has the ball first and 10. They have it on their 20-yard line. Danny White still the quarterback. He's been in there all day long. Hopping back to throw. Clock is running. Pumps once. Well, throws it on the run. And Billy Joe Dupree gathers it in. Forward progress is going to be marked upfield. I think now a fight has started again back at the 15-yard line. It's the third time today we have had tempers flare. So they get that one stopped quickly.
Big defensive end, Rulon Jones, and Tom Rafferty got into it.
Spot. First and 10 at the 32-yard line. 11 seconds on the clock. Denver leading 41-20. Out of the shotgun, Danny White, middle screen. Newhouse has got the ball to the 40. Lunges across the 45. The clock has run out. Newhouse got to the 45-yard line as the game ended. And the Denver Cowboys have defeated, the Denver Broncos have defeated the Dallas Cowboys by a score of 41-20. It was a day that saw Denver get out in front early. They took the opening kickoff and drove straight downfield and scored. And they continued to dominate the football game. As their quarterback, who had not fared so well against the Philadelphia Eagles, Robinson, came back with a sterling performance here this afternoon, while it was a struggling day all day long for the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, it was, but you have to give a lot of credit to the Denver defense. They forced mistakes. They picked up fumbles and ran in for touchdowns. They did a lot of things right today, and they got to look forward to how they have bounced back and can build for the season. Dallas, on the other hand, have to go back now. They have to regroup because they have Tampa Bay coming next week.
Once again, let us tell you here, it's 41-20, a final score. The NFL on CBS is a presentation of CBS Sports.